relationship. He therefore calls for strengthening and empowering local communities as an antidote to growing despair. We also need to come out of the cocoon of a market society in which everything is seen through the prism of price, as Michael Sandel writes. It was refreshing to hear the keynote address by Professor Milena from Poland, a country where Lech Walesa, an electrician by profession, electrified the lamp of democracy to the solidarity movement in the 1980s. She mentioned how during the lockdown, donors and business people worked in tandem to activate 244 hospitals in 21 days. Instead of depending on government help, the communities have transformed despair into paroxysm of joy and hope in hospital care. Thomas Friedman, the writer of the iconic book World is Flat, in a recent article in New York Times, flagged the importance of internet in flattening the digital divide. However, he believes that the world is no longer flat, but fragile. He observes that when we accelerate development in ways that destroys more and more natural habitat, let capitalism run wild, deforest Amazon, invade pristine ecosystem, and hunt and hound wildlife, we are paving the way for an impending disaster. In the inaugural address, I'm happy to note that Professor Mark Sutton flagged the importance of caring for sustainable development goals and the SDG that we are all wedded to. In the session on sociology and entrepreneurship, which I was fortunate to chair, a remarkable insight was brought out by four presenters. Asifat, a PhD scholar from Kashmir, brought out how developing entrepreneurial intention is essential for its revival. Lamenting how production of saffron, a major crop in flower in Kashmir, has suffered, she had tried to link how theory of planned behavior impacts on entrepreneurship. She brought out from a pilot study how entrepreneurs with farming background have greater entrepreneurial intention in saffron sector compared to those who do not have this background. Professor Debulina Majumdar, assistant professor in the School of Law, brought out how pandemic has affected criminal justice system immensely and how pandemic has escalated anxiety, depression, and stress on prisoners as they're unable to contact and meet their friends and family members. She mentioned how e-Mulakat has been like a fresh air. Indu, an MCOM student, has brought out how COVID-19 has brought down the digital divide between the urban and the rural population. Dr. Rath, in a perceptive case study, has shown how lockdown has affected different stages of agriculture and categories of farming. Nani Palkiwala, the famous jurist, used to say that cynicism corrupts and absolute cynicism corrupts absolutely. In the welter of all-round pessimism and that prolonged lockdown and social exclusion has fostered, I chanced to read how three iconic American presidents, Woodrow Wilson, Franklin D. Roosevelt, and Truman, used to always carry a poem written by Lord Tennyson in 1835, titled Locksley Hall. The common sense of most shall hold the fretful realm in awe, and the kindly earth shall slumber, lapped in universal law. This is the poem, this is the 4 lines which used to be carried by these 3 American presidents. KSOM today, in a modest way, has carried out that lamp of knowledge and hope afloat by organizing a number of webinars during the lockdown period and mounting this most ambitious international seminar attended by 400 participants, including 20 countries. I'm also happy to note that 201 papers were presented during the last 2 days. As the Indian economy clocks positive growth in the 3rd quarter, it is time for us to stitch together the community spirit and cooperate and bolster the research work that we have been doing. Plato's iconic lines in 375 BC, "What is honored in a country will be cultivated there," couldn't have been more timely. Let me hope that the pro bono voluntary work of communities caring for sustainable development become the new leitmotif of all communities who carry for sustainable development. At the end, I would like to thank Professor Achyuta Samanta, our visionary founder, to have kept the lamp of inclusive education and community partnership afloat. I would also like to thank Professor S.K. Mahapatra, our director, Professor R.N. Subudhi, the convener, Professor Sumita Mishra, the co-convener, and all the support pillars who have made this seminar a truly sui generis and stimulating experience. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to request Director Sir to address the gathering for 2 minutes.
Good evening. Our respected Dean, Dr. H.N. Mishra, who just delivered a wonderful valedictory address, Professor Abu Saleh, convener of this conference, Professor R.N. Subudhi, co-convener, Professor Sumita Mishra, all the session chairs who have taken trouble during last 2 days to patiently listen to all the papers, 201 papers that I'm just told, which were presented. It gives me immense pleasure to be here today to express my deep satisfaction as well as gratitude to all of you whose tireless efforts have made this conference possible within a short time. There is a saying that when the going gets tough, the tough gets going. When I recount our journey during last 1 year, we have staged a mega HR conclave in August, 3 conclaves at national scale, 1 for marketing, 1 for business analytics, and 1 for finance. And now, like a culmination, we have staged this international marketing conclave with speakers, participation, active participation from researchers from 20 countries. I could not have asked for more as the director of this institute. I am not counting every weekend the seminars that our students have convened in the form of webinars this year. It shows the spirit, the resilience of KIIT School of Management. The pandemic threatened us, and our students and faculty responded in equal measure. Nothing has been skipped. The classes were conducted on time. The examinations were held on time. The convocation was also held on time in e-mode. And we had a distinguished Nobel laureate as our convocation speaker joining from Bangladesh. The pandemic made life difficult in some way, but opened up immense possibilities for all of us. Last 1 year, we have been witness to that. And all the 201 papers that have been presented, I am told by respective session chairs and my esteemed dean, Am I audible?
Please continue. Please continue.
Please continue, sir.
There was a little bit of tech interruption. So
can you put sir on snapshot?
Okay.
Can't see him.
Okay. So it has been on the whole a wonderful position to be in, and gives me a lot of confidence that from here onwards, it is going to be a happier, better journey ahead. I thought I will take this opportunity to announce the date of our next conference, International Management Conference. And I'm very pleased to announce that 26th and 27th of February 2022 will be the next International Management Conference of KIIT School of Management. The topic that has been chosen for this is global economic recovery in the new normal. We expect by the time our conference held, substantial economic recovery would have taken place in this world. Since the vaccines have come, from July onwards, it should be a steep curve upwards. And all of you know, the global think tanks are predicting a double-digit growth for India. It will have impact at national level, it will have impact at farm level. So we will try to read this impact. So the topic is global economic recovery in the new normal, which is basically meaning post-pandemic world. We will work out suitable sub-themes. I leave it to the news conveners. So we decided earlier that each conference will be conducted by a set of new conveners. Teams, many of the members may be same. So the new conveners, I am pleased to announce Professor Brajavallav Kar, who is an associate professor in the operations and data analytics area. So he will be the convener. And Professor Sikta Singh, who is associate professor in the economics area, will be the co-convener for the next conference. I wish the new team all the best. But I will be failing in my duty if I do not profusely thank Professor R.N. Subudhi, the outgoing convener, and Professor Sumita Mishra, the outgoing co-convener, the entire team of our organizers, the researchers, our fellow students, I mean the doctoral students, all our MBA and BBA, these volunteer students who have acted, who have worked tirelessly to make this possible. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Our next speaker is Professor Abu Saleh, Associate Professor of Marketing at University of Canberra, Australia. Professor Saleh, in a very short span of time since joining University of Canberra, has accumulated an impressive research record. Out of 52 national and international referred publications, he has many outlets in top-ranked journals that includes contemporary research, topics including CSR, innovation and sustainability in services, which have high impact and significant scholarly influence. Sir, I request you to kindly share your experience and feedback at the International Management Conference.
Thank you very much. Honorable Session Chair, Professor Mishra.
Professor Abu, can you please, can you switch on the video? We are not able to see you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Please continue. Please continue.
Sure. Thanks very much, Honorable Session Chair, Professor Mishra. Ladies and gentlemen, I will not take long time. I'll finish my talk within 2-3 minutes. As I was asked to highlight 2 things, that is the feedback on the conference and also the organizing matters. First of all, I would like to thank and congratulate Professor Mahapatra, the conference chair, conference co-chair, Professor Mishra, convener Professor R.N. Subudhi, and co-convener Professor Sumita Mishra. In this conference, as I have highlighted that I would like to give feedback as requested, I can see that there are many scholars, they are joining this session, around I think close to 100 scholars at this point of time. I can see those who are actually connected with this session. First of all, the morning session, I gave a keynote speech on the trend of research in marketing area. But when I got the instruction to give overall feedback, I have gone through the conference brochure and looked at the book of abstract and also list of the papers. I found that there are many papers talking about pandemic, related to the pandemic, and also there are some studies, more or less, actually there are different dimensions: HR, marketing, entrepreneurship, finance, financial management, so on. My most noticeable feedback I would like to give my junior colleagues and the researcher, those who are doing research. I found one missing link in the research that could make you more actually, I would say, the potential that create more potentiality in your research. That is the theoretical grounding that I found a bit missing link. When we do research, even we talk about pandemic. The pandemic affected, we are suffering, I think since last March, it's around 1 year. And we found that all across the world is suffering, each and every sector suffering, education sector suffering, industry sector suffering, and our the farm suffering, our business suffering. So all across the world, we have that source of suffering. And we found that even in the developed country, there was a crisis. When we saw each and every country, developed country, they announced the lockdown. We found that the people are jumping on the store and they are storing their food, even toilet papers. We found that. But what is the missing link here? That I think we should attain, we should notice, and we should address. The missing link is the no institutions, private and public sector organization, they had not the contingency, and they didn't take any contingency. They had no contingency plan to how to tackle this type of comment. And my overall feedback is, when we are talking about the pandemic or such type of situation we may face again, but we can notice that we can apply contingency theory and institutional theory to drag down, to underpin our research, and that research we can explore and actually get quality publication and quality feedback. So that is the missing thing I found. Most of the papers, those who presented, even the submitted in this conference, is very generic feedback from me, and in terms of the published paper. But in terms of organizing this conference, I have no word to express my deep congratulations to the team, those who worked on this. It is really, really impressive work the team has done. I found that there are many teams working, like program organizing committee, member organizing committee, and conference convening committee, executive committee. I found that within very short span of time, my friends and colleagues, you have done great job, wonderful. It's a world class. I would simply say it's simply world class. Even I received messages from the RN Subudhi midnight, Indian time midnight, 4 a.m., 3 a.m. I was so surprised. I sent his message, my friend, you need to take rest. You should have a sleep. Why you are waking up? You're taking too much stress on it. But finally, I found that he accumulated with his team support 266 papers so far, accumulated within short span of time. It is remarkable, and I would say really, really impressive work and contribution to the academic body. And also it's a matter of commitment. It is a matter of devotion. Without that, no one can do that. So I would like to thank you, the team, and also would like to thank you, the organizing committee, to arrange such a wonderful conference. I feel fortunate to be part of it, and I am honored with the invitation to speak, give a keynote speech on the field of marketing. I tried to accumulate many areas, but as long as time was very short, only 20 minutes, I tried to cover, just touch so many things, but I could not go actually a bit deep and dig down and go a bit detail about the more directions and theories and methodologies, other aspects. Hope you will enjoy. I have enjoyed. Hope all of you enjoyed, and I would again thank you, all of you, all organizers and participants. Thanks very much.
Thank you so much for your valuable words, sir. Thank you. We also have among us Professor Melina Ratayshak-Mrose, Associate Professor International Marketing at Poznan University of Economics and Business at Poznan University, Poland. Professor Mrose is a member of few international scientific of the European International Business Academy and an international research group, industrial marketing and purchasing group. She takes interest in research areas that include companies' relationships, networks, and performance in international settings and is authorized over 60 papers to her credit. Ma'am, we would love to hear your experience at the International Management Conference.
Thank you. Respected Dean, dear conference conveners and conference organizers, dear guests, thank you for inviting me to this conference, and we really experienced 2 days of interesting sessions and accompanying workshop on methodology during this conference. And really, congratulations. I have a comparison with other international conferences that I attended this year. And I must say that really this was, the work that you have done was very good. And once again, congratulations. I was asked to give also my feedback on this conference. So I want to say that, first of all, I would like to encourage you to really use the knowledge that you gained. I would like to encourage you to really use the knowledge that you gained during the methodology workshop. It is very important to really develop this knowledge, and as far as methodology is concerned, we never know enough. We should always develop it. Never mind if we are young researchers or professors. What's more, I really have heard some interesting research results. And again, I would like to encourage you to collaborate. This pandemic taught us that really international cooperation is possible, thanks to digital solutions that we are using right now. And really, when collaborating both within your institutions, but also on international level, then it is so much easier to disseminate your research results, not only in your country, but also in an international level. And I really have heard some research results that are worth sharing and like spread the news. So once again, thank you for inviting me here. And yeah, congratulations for such a good conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Our next speaker is Professor Ratnakar Mishra, our esteemed session rapporteur. Professor Mishra is currently working as a professor in management in National Institute of Science and Technology, Barampur, India. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you for allowing me to be associated. Now, my special regards to Director Sir, Dean Sir, and Convener Sir, Subudhi Sir, and Madam Co-Convener Sumita Mishra Madam. So I'm quite often coming to KIIT. So I'm usually searching for words how to present, because many people are praising. And since last 2 days, I'm working here and I'm seeing how the papers are being presented. I will be definitely saying the student coordinators who are handling are simply wonderful. The Moni and Payodi, these people are working in the daytime. how swiftly they were, dealing with all the participants. That is really awesome. In the morning session, I was there in the HR session where, 17 paper out of 22 papers were presented, nearly 80% success. And the papers were, ranging from rural to urban, women, entrepreneurship, health, body, mind, academics, industries. All the papers were meticulously selected. I mean, that is covering the entire gamut of the HR. Now, people were saying, and from all perspectives. That's why I was thinking that what to do, or how to chalk out the plan, how to which one to sequencize. I usually always fight with Subudhi sir to, sir, why you are selecting so many papers? Why don't you give some selective papers to chance to speak more, because a lot of research oriented papers are coming and people are having a lot of statistics in it. So within 8 minutes, how a researcher can present his paper. So these are always reiterate that how can we say no, because KIIT is a leader and so many people are wishing to be attached. So that's why things are going on. And as my opinion, everything is brilliant, and your organizing and the way you organize, or your hospitality, everything is really brilliant and awesome. And Subudhi sir and Sumita madam combination is really mind blowing. Whether they are doing book printing or organizing any event or going somewhere, even they came to our institute to host the event, one conference. So it's a wonderful. So I'm thankful to organizer for allowing me to be associated. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, sir. Next, I'd like to request any of the participants or volunteers to kindly share his or her experience and feedback at the International Management Conference.
Good afternoon, everybody, and I would like to volunteer to share my experience from the conference. I usually find volunteering in events as a path to learn, and as they say, no matter what, learning should never stop. So, as a student of management, I have tried putting my efforts to come up with a paper under the guidance of my professor, Sir R.N. Subudhi, in the month of June 2020. And similarly, this event truly has encouraged me and motivated me to dedicate my time towards. I mean, it has obviously encouraged me to dedicate my time more towards research. And obviously, I got a lot to learn from the eminent speakers at the inauguration session. And no doubtedly, it's always a pleasure to work for my college and get to spend time with my dearest professors and keep getting inspired by their undying efforts and diligence. So I surely look forward to more such editions of this event, and hopefully someday I'll be also one among the scholars presenting a paper which truly might help the mankind. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thank you, Shraddha. Now, I would like to call upon Professor Subudhi, convener, IMC, to please extend the vote of thanks.
With kind permission from President of this event, Professor Mishra, and one of the chief architect, Professor Sumita, I may be permitted to go beyond the agenda. Please permit me, sir, just to invite one or two quick response, randomly, very randomly. I'm really amazed that this session is attended by close to 100 participants. And I am pretty sure many of you must be like tempted to speak out your bad feeling, good feeling, whatever. So can I invite on behalf of President of this event, anyone quick 1 minute feedback, maybe like anybody from abroad?
I am ready to give feedback. I am from India. Is it possible?
Please continue. Please continue.
I am Rasmi Ranjan Mahapatra from Hindalco Industries Limited, Hirakud, Sambalpur, Odisha. I have learned a lot of things in the 2 days session. I have also present a paper today morning. And really the thing is that 3C, cooperation, collaboration and co-creation is the need of the hour. So industry and academia collaboration, that is the need of the hour. We all should focus on this, how to minimize the gap between this. This is the need. Really, we learn a lot of things. All the people also learning in this 2 days. Thank you all for giving me an opportunity.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I am Professor Kishore from Ethiopia. I would
Wow.
like to say something.
Please continue. Please continue.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for giving opportunity to me. Yeah, today I have the opportunity to be a keynote speaker in one of the virtual session, and we have witnessed around 15 presenters. It was a very learning and highly motivating session for the research. And what I like to say that the organizer, I must thank the organizer.
Okay. There is some network issue. Professor Mayer. Professor Mayer. Okay, till we get him, again with permission, can we invite the golden boy of the hour and my boy, the Buddha, Braja Valabkar, the surprise element of today's event. Braja, if you can come out.
Sir, Dr. Manoj.
Sorry, Manoj, my dear. Yeah, please.
My director want to say something.
Yeah, please. Are you having Rajendra sir? Namaskar, namaskar.
Namaskar, very good afternoon. Actually, I missed the information being at the other side of the conference. Wow. Somehow I missed it. It was my pleasure. And I am seeing it online and I was monitoring, seeing that, and it was very excellently done. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir, for your good wishes. Because of your good wishes, it could be a success, sir. Thank you so much, sir. We'll be having you physically one day a year. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Thank you, Manoj, connecting Professor Sahu.
Thank you.
Raja, if you don't mind, don't be in hiding.
Sir,
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. It is really tough to step on your shoes, sir. But I wish we will do it at least at the level that you have shown us the path. I would require everybody's support, though it is just for the at least for the namesake we are convener, co-convener. But I really wish it is about the college and it is about the university and it is about the researchers around the globe. It is also pertinent that we are talking about a very seminal issue for the next year, and we would do it a little. We have a little more time, and I wish you will keep guiding us. I had a tremendous experience during this period. I was skeptical, to be honest. I told students to conduct and say everything. I don't have to say anything. But then I gained my composure, and I wish all of the participants have learned something that could be useful for their journey as a researcher. Thank you very much, sir. Seeking your blessings, and I thank Dean sir and Director sir for reposing their trust on me and Madam.
Damodar Jana sir, can I smell that you are tempted? 30 seconds.
No, sir, 29 seconds I'll speak, sir. I'm Damodar Jana from India, sir, next to your campus. In fact, actually, the feedback positive, negative is a relative term. But I want to share something what I could see from background since last at least more than 1 week. The team spirit, the team you built and working with them up to late evening. That actually I appreciate from core of my heart, and that make a lot of difference. And I did see earlier that Professor Rabinaran Subudhi is in tension. In few occasions of last 1 week, I could find 2 times where Professor Subudhi was in tension. Once he said, I have to talk to you. Then I could understand the depth or the intensity of work has gone in. But the team around you and this thing is really, you enabled that. That makes a lot of sense. And for the coming this thing, Brajo sir and Professor Sikta, that will also may help in that way, this teamwork. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you so much, sir, for your kind words, and thanks all the speakers for the suggestions, kind words, and for appreciation. I would be very brief. I would start with one live message what I could read from, I guess, from Ashwarya, which is available in Zoom chat box regarding declaration of result. Yeah, I'll start from that. As you all can very well guess, yes, please.
Dr. Manoj Das is waiting.
He wants to say something.
No, sir. No, sir. No, sir.
Okay.
Please continue, sir. I'm listening.
Manoj, thank you so much. So, as you can very well guess, just we had net 2 hours between the last session and this session, and we had requested all session in charge to send us their result, and we have been collecting it. So as you can guess, that's a huge task, and it is not possible, and it's also not advisable to hurriedly declare the result. So you would be with us, agree with us, and appreciate our decision that we'll be trying our best to declare the result within 1 week. Let me tell you the modality. I joined my co-convener, Professor Mishra, Sumita Mishra, and organizing committee that we have decided, though we have notified that we'll be declaring 3 best papers. Those who have listened to my brief intro during inauguration, we had some rough guess that we'll be getting less than 100. So it trebled. So the things have gone actually a bit difficult for us. We had to have so many sessions. So it's now not decent to give only 3 best prizes. We'll have more consolation prizes. So that is the one declaration we are having. Not 3, more prizes may be there. Maybe like best paper certificates will be there. So there will be minimum half a dozen or could be more. Okay. So please allow us minimum 5 days. What we are going to do, we have to really check before we award best paper. We need to check the plagiarism and other things. So it has to be done very systematically. We'll be reviewing your full paper. Full paper has not been read, checked, reviewed thoroughly. So before we give award, we'll be definitely checking everything, every aspect, every parameter. So we have just now received a recommendation from session chairs from the 13 sessions. So we have more than 16 recommendations, 26 recommendations. There are a few tie cases. It is close to 30 recommendations we have received. So out of 30, you can please very well guess, it is really difficult to come to maybe like a half a dozen or 10. So it takes time. So we'll not be haphazardly or hurriedly declaring. So it will be notified properly and it will be mailed to everybody. I hope that is being clarified. And next concern, genuine concern, what many paper contributors must be having, that what about the publication? Yes, we all remember that we had some declaration that would be trying to publish in best possible publication by best possible publisher, and it has been notified. So when we had rough estimate of having max to max 60-70 paper, we thought we'll be getting 15 best papers easily selected. So now, as all of you can guess, the publisher which has been mentioned in the brochure will not accommodate all papers. That is very clear. All contributors should know that. So naturally, they will have a choice of selecting the best few, and it may not cross 20. And we are working out, and we have already finalized through our friends, and we have agreement with at least 2 journals other than our own journal, Parikalpana. So we are trying our best to accommodate, publish as many as we can. So again, you give us some more time so that we check each and every paper carefully. So the process is like this. For publication, we'll see through desk scrutiny if it fits best to the theme. Second, if it is within the acceptable plagiarism or similarity percentage, then only that will be clearing the stage 1. Stage 2 is blind review. Each paper selected from stage 1 will be sent to 2 blind reviewer, and that may take 2 months to get the final report. And we'll be compiling, then we'll be sending to the publisher or the concerned journals. Before we publish, we'll be taking your consent if you are interested to publish in a journal which will be shortlisting. That's up to you whether you are publishing or not, but we'll be very much interested to publish in a string of publication what we have notified. Regarding the future communication, please do write to the official mail ID of IMC 2021 only. Because we had so many communication need, so we had requested group of volunteers to write to you. Please don't write to them. They are with us, they are with you, but single point of contact should be IMC 2021. And the response should go from the IMC 2021. And I think I have covered almost all point. Sumita ma'am, can you please supplement if I missed anything?
No, sir. Sir, you've addressed both our concerns of the post-publication measures. So I think we've covered the most pertinent points for all the researchers who are gathered here and also the ones who have presented.
Thank you. So thanks once again, and I sincerely wish you all to be with us for our next version of IMC. I am really grateful to God that because of him, it could be a success if you say that it is successful. And from my very core of my heart, I once again thank you all.
Sir, can I ask you a question, sir, if you don't mind?
Yes, I will not mind.
Okay, sir. Myself, Sudipto Dikari from India. Actually, sir, I have a question that, sir, how long it will take to receive the certification? One question. Another question is that those participants are presenting their paper, will they get awarded by the certificate, or that will be selective in manner?
Good question, genuine question. I think we missed it. We should have clarified. Thank you reminding us. All of you, those who have presented paper presentation certificate, you are getting within 72 hours from now. And those who have attended as participant, you are getting within 48 hours. Am I answering you?
Yes, sir. Thank you. So kind of you, sir. Thank you very much.
You are getting it within 48 hours.
Sir?
Yeah.
So this is Purvi Chawla, assistant professor from the Baroda, the Maharaja Sahajirao University of Baroda. Sir, my guide is Dr. Parimal Vyas.
Wow, my best friend, my best friend. Say my hello to.
He told me to attend that conference, and really, sir, after attending your conference, I really salute your efforts, and I really amazed by all the participants. 272 papers are there, and all papers are very well done. Thank you very much, sir.
Purvi, say my hello to Mita Bhabi also and Parimal Bhai. Thank you.
Sure, sir.
Namaste to everybody. Thank you. We are closing it.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, this marks the concluding part of International Management Conference hosted by School of Management, KIIT deemed to be University. I would like to take this moment to extend my gratitude and sincere thanks to the whole organizing committee of IMC, the conveners, Sir R.N. Subudhi and Ma'am Smita Mishra, as well as the student volunteers for their undying efforts in making the event a success. I congratulate all the paper presenters and thank them as well as the dignitaries and speakers for contributing actively to this event. Lastly, thanks to you all for being a lovely audience and supporting us. Thank you all once again. Have a good day ahead, everybody.
Thank you, Arpita.
Thank you, Arpita.
Did a good job.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Lakshmi sir. Lakshmi sir, thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you.